Le troisième jour, el tercer día. The third day. No, I already said that in French. I don't need a crazy French accent. Huh? The third day. I'm wonderful. I feel great. Listen, listen. And deeply. Ready? No congestion. No runny nose. My ears are beautiful. I love myself. And I'm back. I have no more fever. Whatever it was, it finally broke last night. So the fever was kind of dragging me. But I decided this whole sick trip, I was going to go ahead and let my hormones in my body do stuff without getting in its way by giving it poisons to deal with. And when you take an aspirin because you want your little tootsies to feel better, you want to feel better, you got to take your medicine. No, that medicines are poison. You've got to understand that. You want to take medicine? Give the kid some frozen liver in pill form or something. Give him some steak. Give him an egg. All right? You want to do the best for your kids? You get them off that blessed cereal nonsense and that sugar water, that white painted sugar water. All right? I'm convinced, man. Now, I know in some of my videos past, I'm like, I hope I catch something. I hope I catch this thing. Now, hyperbolically, people around us are dropping like flies. We have a school, and we have students all the time. Some mask, some don't. I don't. I haven't masked through this whole thing. And they're just, oh my God. And I'm like, what are you crying for? Stop it. Smack. Stop it. So I imagine that's what I wound up with, but I'm not going to become part of their statistics. And here's why, because I'm actually not ignorant. I don't mean to offend people. I don't mean ignorance in a bad thing. I mean ignorance in the fact that you just don't know. You are ignorant of. You have ignored reality, or you've ignored the information. And my information comes from prior to March 2020, when I had to... Well, I still had some medical books that still told the truth because there was no agenda. And my typical morning cry this morning, and I have a slight little twinge on my tonsil, but I can't tell if that's just dry air. Maybe I was mouth breathing a little bit. But had another 10 hours of sleep. Felt great. And I woke up before my alarm. Always a plus. My heart rate variability is back to almost normal. It wasn't for a couple of days. It was just in and out. My body was like in fight or flight. Gotta deal with it. That's your problem, not mine. I just gotta kind of suffer through some symptoms. No big deal. So back on this. If it's viral, there's nothing I can do about it. Well, that's what they say. I mean, you can't take antibiotic for anything viral. No, you can't. And if it's bacterial, I now know that fasting and eating a proper human diet takes care of that too, because I took care of one. Neat. When you fast, you're not feeding the bad guys. And your body's like, we do not have any food, baby. We need food, but he's not giving us any. Oh, hell. So it has to make do. And it generally goes out to those same bacterial infections. And what it'll do is it says, you look delicious. How about I have you for dinner? How about I have you for dinner? Yeah, why don't you come on over about 5 o'clock or so? And since you're not eating sugar, the bacteria have nothing to feed on. So you are starving them out. Your gut bacteria are going, yeah, man, we got this, bruh. Okay, they're multiplying like crazy because that's the bacteria you were born with. I just saw a video from a doctor from New Zealand, and they've done tests on animals. Of course, they can't do these tests on human. You can only do tests on human today, but back in the day, you couldn't do tests on humans. And what happens is they took animals and they completely nullified bacteria out of their food and they became either, I think they were gestating or something, but when the babies were born, complete sterile environment, complete sterile food, and within days the youngsters were dead. From what they understand, and this is normal, when the baby's born, I think within a couple of hours, he is populated by several million bacteria, eyes, mucous membranes, everything begins. The bacteria that humans have evolved with immediately infiltrate their system. They coat my skin. Okay? The thing is, you don't understand that you're a straw. Okay? This is outside your body, right? Right? And then this is your body, okay? And then that hole, which is your mouth to your anus, is also outside. You don't understand. You're a tube. You're outside. Just because it goes inside your body doesn't mean it's inside. It is outside. Now, when you get the hang of that, look it up. When you get the hang of that, you're going to understand that your mucous membranes are what protects you. Not only my eyes, not only your mouth, but all the way down through your tubes. Your ears have skin, and they have a certain wax that keeps out bad bugs, insects, and the rest of it. So, we have skin on the outside, we have skin on the inside. This one's a little tougher, a little thicker. The one on the inside is normally just epithelial. It's they ain't so thick. And what happens when you damage your body by eating a non-human diet, and you eat food products and you eat processed things made by man, not by God. If you don't believe in God, I don't care. Whatever nature is to you, just call it God for the sake of argument. I really couldn't care less about your faith tradition. Not my problem. When you don't consume a proper diet, what's going to happen is these poisons kind of irritate and inflame your inside skin, and that permits bugs and things to just kind of pop through and get into your real body, this part. Okay? Now once inside, they begin to feed on what they can feed on. Now your body starts attacking them. And sometimes the proteins on these things imitate your natural proteins. And if it gets too close, your body may start attacking your own organs. That's what Hashimoto's is. Your body's attacking your thyroid gland. That's what prostatitis is. Your body is attacking your prostate gland, okay? So if it's a virus, there's nothing I can do about it. And if it's a bacteria, my body will manage it. I'm not currently hungry, not in the least. And when ghrelin comes up and my body says, we need some food finally, I'll eat. And not a damn moment sooner. I do not eat on the clock, although I do mention my window. But quite frankly, during this whole thing, it's been a complete chaos. And I'm just going to let my body manage it, and I won't really stay out of its way as much as possible. I'm going to drink my coffee. There doesn't seem to be a problem with that. And I have had like a weird tongue thing, like it's scalded. Back when I ate fruit, and I used to love pineapple. And in Mexico, they put it with lime, salt, and then this chili powder. Oh my God, it's scrumptious. But if you eat too much of that, not because of the chili powder, but because of the extreme acid in the pineapple, real pineapple now, it's not that fake sugary garbage that you get in the stores now. People want sweet. I'm like, grow up. Anyway, it'll burn your tongue. It'll scald your tongue. So that just may be a normal effect of whatever's going on. And probably rambling here a little bit, but there's just so much information that I have in my head, and it's all coming to fruition. Like I said, a couple of videos back, I wanted to finally catch something so I can find out how this works. Wonderful. You know what? I had one less stressor, and I know I know family members mean well, but you have to eat. Shut up. What? I mean, now I watch movies, and you almost don't even notice the subliminal, constant food. I mean, how many times I watch Voyager? Oh, we have to eat something. Oh, we have to eat something. Oh, we have to, and they're always in the flippin' mess hall. Oh, we have to eat something. Oh, yeah. And I just watched the other Jack Reacher film. It was just loaded with fries and burgers and this big old, thirsty gulp of fructose. Man, no way. And you don't notice it until like you kind of know how to eat as a human being and when to eat as a human being, and you know your hormones, and you're all bio individuals, so you're going to have like a different sense of this stuff than I am. Every human's going to have his own of course, now when food was plentiful, I mean, you had to eat when you had to eat. Even if you weren't hungry, you ate because you had to like pack your body full. Insulin resistance does have a place, but it's not every day. See, I also have this hypothesis. Our trees here, especially the guava tree, it produces around September 16th, and it produces for about a month or two. And it's a lot. And I imagine people would just sit around just eating fruit until they couldn't stuff anymore. And the minute they got hungry, they ate more fruit, because those guavas will rot out and go bad in a couple of days, 3-4 days. So it's either eat it or smell it, man. So and your body becomes a little insulin resistant, so it packs that fruit on as fat. A little bit of fat on the liver, a little bit on the pancreas in the form of the fructose, maximizing your glucose stores, because during the winter maybe the meat population hibernates or goes down for a while. So you need all these fruits, and the oranges, natural. I mean, they're sour as hell. But if you're hungry and you're fat adapted, even super sour, eat the damn thing. And I think limes produce all year round. I think avocados produce all year round here. So again, apples up in the north, they come out and you eat apples, and you make cider, and you make sauce, and you eat. And then during the winter, it peels those body stores. So these are just a couple of my ideas here, and I'm thinking insulin resistance had to have had a reason and a meaning, and I think that's what it is. Even yearly. But then, when it wasn't there, you went back to whatever you were doing. And I think you got used to that. I think the human body's fine on an annual cyclical regimen, all right? So, the sun gets lower in the sky, and I mean, if you live on the equator, none of that's true, because everything's 12 hours. Here we have 13-hour summers and 11-hour winters, and then just that couple of hours in between. So pretty much our days are, if it weren't for the stupid time changes, all of our days are about the same length. I mean, really, you don't notice over a whole year the 2-hour shift. You really don't. Up in the north, you did. Oh yeah, you'd wake up at 8 in the morning and it's still dark, and then by the time you get home for dinner, it's dark. Oh, gross! I would never live there again. Yuck. Sorry, I know you people love it. I love the change of seasons. I don't. Thank you. So I have kicked this thing's butt, whatever it was, in 3 days, and without a drop of poisonous chemicals going into my body. Can it be done? At least for me. Yeah, I made it happen. I'm fat adapted. I don't need to stress or worry about food. I will eat when I'm hungry. And last night, I kind of think I felt hungry, and I ate a little bit of meat with some cheese, and I'm like, nah, done. So I put the rest away. Okay. And I didn't panic or freak out. Oh, I'm not eating enough food. Ah. I'm eating enough food. And if I need more, my body will say, Ghrelin, tell this idiot I need to eat. We need to eat, bro. And Ghrelin will come up, and I will get hungry. Probably not ravenously hungry. I don't get ravenously hungry because I don't have a sugar addiction. But I'll get hungry and I'll go, yeah, maybe I should eat something. And I'll pound down a couple of pounds of meat. That'll be the end of that. And then I'll go, okay, tell the idiot to stop eating. Leptin, okay, stop eating. You're full. Oh, okay. Just follow your hormones, man. All right, so we've gone a little over today, but gosh, there was just so much going on. I feel so good today. The first symptoms of whatever this thing was appeared a couple of days back. The worst day was the first day that, like I said, I went to bed at 7:30 that night, and I woke up the next day at like 9. So I had a good 14 hours sleep, and then last night I had 10 hours. And weird, because before I had my 14-hour sleep, I actually took a nap, which I hadn't taken in 8 months. So that was the first day, and I had that nagging headache, but I refused to take medicine for it. And I think 12, 15 hours later, it was gone. I took a little lime, I took some salt and water, and it didn't seem to have much of an effect. So it wasn't an electrolyte problem. So it was literally a body hormone, we got to get busy problem. And it worked it out. It took less than half of a full day. And that's it. And here I'm sitting pretty. Very pretty. Thank you. I'm so handsome. And that's about all I can really say about today. So I'm going to go ahead. A little cool this morning. Yeah, I think I'm going to shock my body. I'm going to go ahead and take a little walk around the block. Just kind of get the muscles moving. Haven't had the muscles moving in a few days here. It's time to get that started. Just like this, my t-shirt. I think it's still 40-something degrees outside. But the sun's out. I want to walk in the sun. It's great. You have this beautiful sun hitting your skin and giving you vitamin D. And you're in like 40-degree air in just a t-shirt. It's like, wonderful. I love this place. All right, guys, with that, I will let you go. Have a great one.